On a crowded street, a soldier suddenly froze. Among the noise and chaos, her eyes locked on a frail, starving dog curled up on the pavement. To everyone else, it was just another stray. But to her, it was different. Her chest tightened, her breath caught. She knew this dog. Years ago, on battlefields far away, this very German shepherd had saved her life. Now abandoned, broken, and forgotten, fate had brought them face to face again. What happened next would shock an entire town and leave hearts shattered by the truth of loyalty, sacrifice, and reunion that no one saw coming. Before we start, make sure to hit like, share, and subscribe. And really, I'm curious, where are you watching from? Drop your country name in the comments. I love seeing how far our stories travel. The war was over, but for Sarah, the battles continued long after she'd left the front lines. Returning to civilian life felt like walking into unfamiliar territory. The world moved too fast, yet her mind remained stuck in the deserts where danger lurked at every corner. Her uniform was gone, but the weight of memories remained stitched into her soul. And most of all, the absence of one loyal companion haunted her endlessly, an absence that no medal or applause could ever heal, leaving her hollow as she tried to find normalcy in a world that no longer felt like home. That companion was Rex, her German Shepherd service dog. Together, they had braved ambushes, navigated mines, and faced nights when the line between life and death blurred. Rex wasn't just trained to serve. He was Sarah's protector, her anchor, her silent healer when words failed. But after the military decommissioned Rex, they were separated. Sarah was told it was for the best, but no explanation could silence the hollow ache in her chest. She replayed his last look in her mind every night, those soulful eyes that seemed to say, "Don't leave me behind." It haunted her like an unfinished chapter. Life back home became a test of endurance. Crowds felt overwhelming, loud noises sent shivers down her spine, and the emptiness of her small apartment echoed louder than gunfire. Friends tried to reach out, but Sarah found herself retreating further into solitude. Each night, she would close her eyes, half expecting Rex's steady breathing at her side. Instead, she was met with silence, a reminder that the bond she thought unbreakable had been severed. To the world, Sarah was a soldier adjusting to normal life. But in reality, she was a woman still at war, with her past and her loneliness. It was an ordinary afternoon when Sarah decided to take a walk through the city streets. She rarely went out, but something inside told her she needed fresh air. The world around her bustled with normalcy. Cars honked, children laughed, and strangers hurried past. But for Sarah, everything still felt distant, like she was moving through fog. Then, just as she reached a quiet corner, her eyes fell on a figure that froze her in place. Lying weakly on the pavement was a dog, and in a single glance, her entire world shattered into disbelief and aching recognition. Its ribs pressed against thin skin, its coat dull and lifeless, but the eyes, those eyes, sparked something deep inside Sarah's chest. She knew those eyes. Her breath caught, her pulse raced, and suddenly the noise of the world disappeared. Could it be? After years of emptiness, was fate cruelly playing tricks on her? Or had destiny just brought her face to face with the very soul she had been missing? With trembling steps, she whispered a name into the air. Rex? The dog's ears perked, his tired tail wagged weakly, and Sarah's tears fell like rain as the impossible became real. Sarah dropped to her knees, pulling Rex close despite his frail frame. Memories flooded back, dusty battlefields, restless nights, and the unbreakable trust that had once bound them. She wept openly, not caring about the gathering crowd, who whispered in shock at the reunion. To them, Rex was just another stray, but to Sarah, he was family. When she discovered his worn service tag still attached, the truth silenced everyone. This was no ordinary dog. This was a soldier's hero. With fierce determination, Sarah carried Rex to safety, vowing never to let him suffer again. Their bond was back, unbroken forever. Crowds began to gather, whispering in confusion at the sight of a soldier openly weeping over a frail dog. To them, Rex was just another stray, but to Sarah, he was everything. She remembered the day Rex had been taken away after decommissioning, how she had fought to adopt him but was denied. The thought that Rex had been discarded, left to wander streets alone, made Sarah's chest ache. How could a hero end up like this? Sarah pressed her forehead against Rex's, her tears dampening the dog's fur. "I'm sorry, buddy," she whispered, her voice cracking. "I should have found you sooner." Rex gave a faint whine, lifting his paw to rest against Sarah's arm, a small gesture that carried the weight of their unbroken bond. In that single moment, the soldier and her dog became whole again, two broken souls finding solace in each other's presence while the world watched in silence. As Sarah knelt by Rex, she noticed something unusual beneath the grime on the dog's collar. With trembling fingers, she unfastened the worn strap and revealed a tag hidden against the fur. The metal was scratched and dull, but the engraving was unmistakable: Rex's service number. Her heart raced as she realized this was no stray. This was her dog, abandoned after years of loyalty, carrying the proof of his past life like a silent cry for help. Gasps rippled through the crowd as Sarah held the tag up, her voice trembling. "This is a soldier's dog. My dog. He served our country." The weight of those words hit everyone around her. Strangers who moments ago had walked past Rex now stared in stunned silence, shame washing over their faces. How many had ignored him, dismissing him as worthless, when in truth he was a decorated hero who had once saved countless lives? Sarah's jaw clenched with fury and sorrow. "He deserved better," she whispered, hugging Rex tightly against her chest. Her tears soaked into the dog's matted coat as she vowed never to let him suffer again. For the first time in years, Rex closed his eyes peacefully, comforted by the familiar voice. The once broken soldier and her forgotten partner were finally reunited, and the truth of Rex's sacrifice spread through the crowd like wildfire. Sarah wasted no time. With Rex cradled gently in her arms, she rushed to the nearest veterinary clinic. The staff gasped as they examined the frail German shepherd. Scars laced his body, his weight dangerously low, and infection threatened his paws. Yet, despite his broken state, Rex's spirit remained unyielding. His eyes followed Sarah's every move, as if clinging to the one bond that had never truly faded, even after years of forced separation. The veterinarian delivered the news carefully. Rex had endured starvation, neglect, and harsh conditions. It would take time and treatment for him to recover fully. But Sarah didn't flinch. "Do whatever it takes," she said firmly. "He's not just a dog, he's my brother." The room fell silent at the soldier's words, her devotion echoing louder than any medical prognosis. For Sarah, this wasn't charity or rescue. It was repayment of a debt that could never truly be measured. Days turned into weeks, and slowly, Rex began to heal. With every meal, every gentle bath, and every quiet night spent beside Sarah's bed, his strength returned. The once starved dog wagged his tail again, and the haunted look in his eyes began to fade. Trust, once broken, was mended by love. And as Sarah watched her partner reclaim life piece by piece, she realized something profound. She hadn't just saved Rex. Rex was saving her too. Word of the soldier and her long-lost service dog spread quickly. Local reporters arrived, eager to capture the reunion that had touched so many hearts. When Sarah walked out of the clinic with Rex at her side, the frail figure of a forgotten stray was gone. In his place stood a hero, proud once again, his head lifted high. The sight of Rex beside his soldier made even strangers wipe away tears of awe. During a press interview, Sarah placed her hand gently on Rex's back. "This dog saved my life more times than I can count," she said, her voice firm yet emotional. "When the world forgot him, he still remembered me. Loyalty like this deserves more than medals. It deserves love." Her words struck everyone deeply. For many, it was the first time they realized the quiet sacrifices service dogs make and how often they go unrecognized. That night, Sarah signed the final adoption papers, ensuring Rex would never be abandoned again. The two of them walked home together, no longer broken soldier and stray dog, but a family reborn. As they disappeared into the quiet streets, the crowd clapped, some shouting praise, others silently praying for their bond. In a world where loyalty is rare, Rex had proven once again that love and duty never fade, and destiny always finds a way.